Well, the time has come. But anyways, welcome back. And this is probably the most interesting episode of this season. But not only is this an interesting episode, but there's actually character in this. Believe it or not. Yeah! Actual character development. But let's begin where we should. Let's get the obvious elephant out of the room, shall we? Diamond Tiara's character development. But let's talk about it. So, it's obvious that the episode starts with the Cutie Crusaders, of course obviously standing left, trying to figure out their next adventure, task at hand, trying to figure out what to do next for their next crusading adventure. Trying to figure out what their next cutie mark would be. But they are interrupted by Pipsqueak, who comes in and is like, hey, can you help me with trying to... Sorry for that. And he's like, can you help me to run for class president? Trying to run for class president. And he's like, and they're like, sure. Who are you up against? And he's like, I'm up against Diamond Tiara. And they're like, oh, jeez. And of course, as we all know, Diamond Tiara is just like, the annoying person who's like, the person who has little to no character development. She's like the most person we love to hate. Because she has 0 to nothing. She's the bully. The cliche, the most hated cliche in all of written film, television, just about everything. That's until the votes come along, that a song comes on, I believe the vote comes on, that they convince that the Cutie Crusaders wind up convincing the entire board that they convince the entire school to vote for Pipsqueak, and of course they do. And the vote winds up becoming this sort of enormous number for Pipsqueak and only 1 for Diamond Tiara. And of course she wonders why, and of course the only reason that there's only 1 is because no one wanted to vote for her, and decides that she lost a friend because, she lost her one friend, Silver Spoon, because she wouldn't allow her to speak. And probably the best payback possible. Or best comeback known to man. And basically she winds up coming back to her mother, and she's just like this, basically this whole pompous, it's like, you lose to these old black flags, I will be so most unorthodox. And it's like, seriously, I've seen these whole situations where, whole most unorthodox people, and it's like, wow. Whole unorthodox people. The rich, snobby people. It's a tough situation. And this is where I was going to get at. Diamond Tiara having character. This is where I just lost it. It's like, literally, it was like Ghostbuster level. Where Bill Murray literally just said that, when I just literally saw that literally that Diamond Tiara literally might have had character. It was like, I don't know, it was just like, literally like dinosaurs reigning over the earth, living among humans, cats and dogs living together, mass hysteria. It was like, that was so, I did not know how to react to all of this. This was the first time I saw this. It was so strange. Like, wow. I mean, just wow. Like, like, I was just left speechless. And even the song that went with it, I mean, I don't even know if it's the right song. The Pony I Want to Be. Like, even that song summed it up. I mean, it definitely proved her character. But this was really serious. But better continue on. Basically, the Cutie Crusaders see all of this, and they definitely feel sorry for, for Diamond Tiara, and they want to, they invite her up to their treehouse, and what happens is, they give her a glance at her place, and, she actually winds up, feeling a bit of empathy for them. She up finding, Diamond Tiara winds up actually kind of realizing that what they actually do for a living is kind of interesting. And what she wants to do, and what she winds up doing, is she runs back to the schoolhouse after Pipsqueak comes in, and, Pipsqueak winds up coming back to the treehouse, and he tells them that the school has literally no budget to literally fix the playground or whatever, because of, the stuff that was stuffed in his piggy bank, like the bug and lint and, surprisingly, a couple of pieces of candy. So what happens is that Diamond Tiara tries to run into the school, and the Cutie Crusaders assume that she's going to, they wind up thinking that she's going to try to take over the presidency. They try to stop her in what I believe is Light Your Cutie Mark, and it's obviously the wrong decision, as she winds up stopping in the school, and what happens is her mother comes out and tries to, and her mother sees that she's talking to, the other little elementary schoolers, and tries to, take her home. She talks back to her, tells her that she doesn't want to go home with her, and tells her that the Cutie Crusaders are more worth it than money itself. She doesn't want to be a pompous snob. She doesn't want to be a most unorthodox person, is what I'm trying to get at. And she winds up sending her mother home with a rolled up, a scroll or whatever, to send to her father. Most likely it's probably the delivery or whatever for new playground equipment. And the Cutie and what happens is that Diamond Tiara in the long end, winds up becoming a good guy, and literally, she and the Cutie Mark Crusade, and what happens is they, build the playground. Diamond Tiara winds up becoming a good guy, and of course, the turning point of the series, the Cutie Mark Crusaders get their cutie marks. They realize their goals now. They help other people get their cutie marks. And they celebrate in the final song of the series, or at least in this episode, where we'll make our mark, by literally marching over town, and literally they send the photo over to, and the goal literally is just to help others figure out what their cutie marks is. I don't know if they'll have some kind of cutie map or what. It was some kind of cutie map or whatever, but it'd be interesting to see. But we'll have to figure it out if they ever do make more episodes of them. But what happens in the long end is that they obviously wind up getting their own cutie marks. But the interesting thing about their cutie marks is that sort of the thing is that they got their own shields. Is that the cutie marks are, from what I saw, shields, and they got, they're implements or whatever. So it's I believe Apple Blooms is a shield with an apple in it. Sweetie Belle's is, a shield with a note or whatever, and then Scootaloo's is, a shield with a wing in it. Okay, very interesting note. And, all three of them, Rainbow Dash, Rarity, and Applejack wind up appreciating the fact that they get their cutie marks, and in the end, they send, the new photo over to, Princess Celestia, and, Celestia and Luna, and they appreciate the fact that they got their cutie marks. That's ending this episode. Now, I do appreciate the episode, and I really like how the Cutie Mark Crusaders got their cutie marks. Heck, I never, ever, ever expected, Diamond Tiara to get character development in the series. Ever. That was a surprising thing for me. But a long time ago, by the time I joined, May of 2012, I expected the Cutie Mark Crusaders to get their cutie marks. And I was really looking forward to it. Their goals themselves, I mean, they were cute, they were fun, and they really appreciated, and I really, their adventures for the most part were definitely pretty fun. And even the adventures they had, even when the show started around 5 years ago, the show, even when it started back in 2010, it's still going on to this day, and even when I'm at the age of 67, even when I'm at the age of 64, I'll still love the show. Despite if the show ended in, a year or so. And happy 5-year anniversary, MLP. I appreciate the fact that you've lasted this long, and as for this episode, I appreciate the fact that you've given the Cutie Mark Crusaders their Lord-given cutie marks and given Diamond Tiara, even if I didn't expect it, it's fully given character development. And I given this lovely episode here, if I could figure out what this is, this episode here, Crusaders of the Lost Ark, a 10 out of 10. I don't know what you did, but I appreciate it. Also, these, basically the first 3 products here, this hoodie and this shirt and this plushie here on my first merchandise. Of course, if you enjoyed my vlog, give it a like, or if you want to know what you think about the episode, just give it a thought down below in the comment section. And if you want to know how I got into this, fandom, you can check it out in the description. Or if you can't access it, just click the card here, and you can check it out for my documentary. So, until next week, I'll see you guys for an all-new episode. So long.